Welcome to a compilation of the first month of shorts. It's been a journey, so please watch to the end and enjoy. Today's date, 1/1/23, is a Fibonacci. Taxes or membership fees for your country. Whoa, man, if you think about it, you can lick your own tongue. Isn't it crazy all drivers agree that other drivers are terrible? Okay, so hear me out here, right? Water, lemons, and sugar are free at restaurants, but lemonade costs money. Therefore, we break the system and beat capitalism. Think about this one for a minute, alright? Executives in the furniture industry are playing a game to see how many unnecessary pillows they can include with a sofa before people stop buying them. Life may be a gamble, but the fairest machine in the casino is still the change machine. This building's shadow is visible in the air. That's cool without a shadow of a doubt. Hot chocolate with an edible wafer cup. Any way I can get some nice cookie-like substance with my hot chocolate is an absolute win. Newer packages of low-sodium chicken broth have 1% less sodium now. And it looks like they increased the size, so hey, improvements all around. My relatives keep a rocket launcher in their linen closet. Well, how else are they gonna protect the closet? This Star Wars-themed Coke bottle at Disney World. Gotta love me some artificial weathering. If you overwater wheatgrass, it tries to expel the excess from its tip. Neat. Nature does know how to take care of itself. A knife after sharpening. Looking sharp. This heated bench with a wireless charging pad for your phone at a bus stop in South Korea. Warms my heart to see such nice technical innovation. Today I learned the US Army once designed an anti-armor grenade that would be the same size and shape of a football, so US soldiers knew how to sling it, and the prototypes was built using a hollowed out Nerf ball. It really is Nerf or nothing. TIL. The term Mountain Dew was originally used to refer to a traditional distilled Irish alcoholic drink called Poitin. And now with hard Mountain Dew being a thing, it seems we've come full circle. TIL, if Earth was 50% larger in diameter, we would not be able to venture into space using rockets. I guess this fact is nearly not out of this world. TIL, in 1990, Coca-Cola ran a promotion in which some cans had prizes inside instead of normal Coca-Cola. To make the cans feel like normal cans, they also contained chlorinated water with a foul-smelling substance added to discourage drinking. The promotion ended after 3 weeks due to negative publicity. Some people probably thought it tasted the same. Today's video is shower thoughts. Enjoy. Sometime in the future, the bodies on Mount Everest might be the most well-preserved sample of modern human beings. Well, that's a cool thought. Someone saying you're the least competitive person in the world is an oxymoron, just like how they are an oxymoron. When you're pregnant, every hug is a group hug. That's honestly kinda nice. Almost anything can be used as a percussion instrument. I mean, hey, if you beat anything hard enough, it'll probably make a sound. Platypuses are the only animal that can produce eggs and milk, so they can be used to fabricate their own pudding. Wow, Phineas and Ferb, we're onto something. You can never be 100% sure of whether or not you're immortal. That sounds like quantum immortality, folks, and if you're interested, look it up. I was shocked when I opened the door to my brother's refrigerator and found the severed head of the woman we'd met earlier that day sitting on the shelf. What part of dibs don't you understand? As I realized the .exe file I downloaded was a Trojan, I shed a tear and prayed to God I should never have gotten a Neuralink. A new type of mental illness. I'm so glad I finally got to see my boyfriend again since he moved out of the state. I just wish his bedroom window was bigger. Her heart sank. I'll throw her severed arms into the lake next. Nobody cried the day we buried my racist old grandfather, except for him. Frosty, bringer of hypothermia, herald of the holiday season. Now that is horrifying. It would make for a good winter-themed wall of flesh skin. Max. The Smacktastic. That is a boy that will smack you, but he is still adorable, so it is forgivable. Revolver Ocelot. The Prodigy. Truly a man of pure focus. Look at those eyes. Timothy, bearer of the shorts in below temperatures. No matter how cold it gets, there is always this person. Waffle House Waitress, the chair carrier. Now, Waffle House is usually crazy, so this is to be expected. This truck, carrying nothing but a toy dump truck. Truly a burden to bear on such a small scale. Built in 1939. This lighthouse is possibly the most isolated lighthouse in the world. Truly a beautiful spire. Do not think I could spend more than a week there. Maybe even a day. Abraham Lincoln before and after the Civil War. This 3D quilt someone posted in my knitting group. If you can't see what's amazing about this, then you're a nitwit. 20-year-old Nancy Pelosi and a 43-year-old John F. Kennedy in 1960. Honestly, it's really cool to see what people looked like. Growing up and watching cartoons, being a mayor seemed a lot more important than it actually is. Humans are pretty lucky that fire isn't too bright to stare at. My eyes burn, but it's beautiful. The world is so bad because adults don't have to take naps when they act out like toddlers do. True, non-critical thinkers can't think about their critical thinking problem. And yes, that's somewhat of a tongue twister. The only reason monsters don't exist is because whenever we discover a real monster, it immediately becomes an animal. Perspective is key. There's a certain turning point where weighted blankets go from helping with anxiety to giving anxiety. And really the first time I figured this out was when I couldn't move my lungs. Someone placed a webcam sticker on this urinal's flush valve at a music venue's bathroom. That definitely made someone very nervous. This cat waiting room at a vet, truly getting the luxury they deserve. On my hike today, I saw this knot on the tree that looked like a skull. That definitely spooked someone in the dead of night. This microwave in my hotel room had a USB port and a plug socket, some food to recharge you, and some lovely electricity for your battery. This little carpeted room next to my bedroom door. Comments say it's for a heater. My tea, the same shade as my mug. I honestly thought that was just milk at first. My home country has a sparkling chocolate drink. I'm honestly intrigued and terrified. Today I learned of a very rare condition called Anton syndrome, in which a person becomes blind however they are unaware of it and will deny it as their brain generates false visual images so they can continue to believe that they can see. Truly upsetting to be blinded by one's own mind. Today I learned that the social huntsman spider live in complex family groups of up to 150 strong. Led by a dominant matriarch, a single mom establishes a family, and her offspring from 1 to 4 clutches. They remain with her until they are almost 1 year old. Finally, a spider-themed entry in a Spider Lord video. Just imagine 150 spiders in your home. Today I learned in 2004, Dutch scientists left a hamster wheel in the wild, and all sorts of forest animals, including frogs and slugs, used it throughout the year. 6 friends, delirious and exhausted, have finally found the trail and are on their way back to the car after being lost in the wilderness for days. He's not sure which of them is an imposter or how they wove themselves into his memory, but he knows that the car can only fit 5 people. Don't trust those around you. I found it very odd when the school bus stopped in front of our house. The bus had already picked my daughter up. My friend asked me to make a casket for her husband. I didn't know what to say when I dropped it off, and he asked me who the box was for. Man, that would not be very fun. I held E. Oh no. Oh no. I just held E on Sleepy Berries. That's not great. Oh no. Where's the white berries? Oh no. I just choked down like 15 of the sleep berries. No. Oh, let's hope I don't pay dearly for this mistake. It doesn't look like I will. It seems consequences have been avoided once again. Yeah, that seems about. You again, little trap dog. What? Huh? Did I feed you poison? What happened? Back in high school, my buddy and I really committed to the costume party. Life is always more enjoyable when you have a friend who's willing to dedicate to a bit just as hard as you did. A graffitied message I saw today. What kind of paint are you using to paint over this? Because if it's latex, it's probably way too cold for you to use it. You want a good adhesion. You need like at least a 40, 45. Maybe wait till it warms up a little. I mean, what's the big rush? Like, I'm in a rush now. But our situations are different. I hate it when job interviewers ask, what's your greatest strength? So I printed up these business cards just to hand out when asked. My ability to anticipate. Truly. A move ahead. Face of Stone Age woman reconstructed with 4,000-year-old skull found in Sweden. Drunk waxwings on a sidewalk in Poland after eating fermented rowan berries. It's always fascinating how birds can always find ways to entertain themselves. Native to the coast of South Africa, black rain frogs are known for their perpetual grimace. Someone needs to make this a reaction image right away. Jennifer Harrison, Slayer of Pope. I've played so many JRPGs that if I walked into this room, I'd fight the Pope. Maybe take out the 2 healers first. Kitchen crew. Lords of Fate. When it's a slow night, so your manager says one of the kitchen staff can go home early. War it shall be. The Michelin Man. Defensive form. Impenetrable pillow-based defense. Dogosaurus Rex, lurker of the riverbank. He's actually slain 17 men. Be careful. Todd, the god of all frogs and cabbages. This is Todd. Half frog, half cabbage. He has all the strengths and none of the weaknesses. Surrender now. A broken tube TV in my work has game over burnt into the screen. That's not ominous in the slightest. The bubbles at the bottom of my water glass look like a script of some kind. The water gods would like to speak with you. Local surplus shop sells air conditioners that explicitly say they don't work. Guaranteed not to work. What's the story? Folks, we are not here to trick you, but these air conditioners and dehumidifiers 100% do not work. $5 each. Take one or take them all. Returns will not be accepted. That is a true person of business. A one-person bench. I thought it was called a chair, but I don't know. Today I learned Caligula, the third emperor of Rome, once declared war on the sea itself, commanding his men to collect seashells as proof of victory. Today I learned in some cultures, smiling is seen as a sign of lacking of intelligence or honesty. Scammers often smile to gain trust, I guess. Today I learned that Florida will pay you to hunt snakes. No license or permit required. Well, you gotta get rid of those invasive species somehow. Today I learned that when it comes to natural disasters, Michigan is the safest state in the U.S. One of the only things that Michigan will ever be the safest of, according to its stereotypes online at least. I have no clue, I don't live in Michigan. Today I learned that there is clear evidence that one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history took place in the mid-15th century, but scientists still have no idea where it happened. Cone man, stopper of cars and catalyst of traffic jams. I cut 24 traffic cones into small pieces and joined them together to make an armor that I could wear. A stopper of blades and cars alike. Frugar, keeper of the sauce. To get the sauce, you must defeat the sauce boss. Truly a beautiful sauce boss indeed. Lord Climatis, the brave, slayer of Finnish natural disasters. How the weather is presented around the world. USA, Mexico, Finland, UK. Truly ready to cut the cumulonimbus clouds in half. Giovanni, the god of water, challenges you. Giovanni. I tried taking a selfie while I was underwater. The maw of a beast. I was knocked out and separated from my squad after an intense battle in a dark forest. So I approached two passerbys after I woke up to ask if they had seen my squad. One turned pale like he'd seen a ghost. The other weirded out by my equipment, but they both told me World War II ended 78 years ago. For my final wish, I want to speak every language. Now whenever I go swimming, I can hear the old ones counting down the minutes. 9,038,331. 9,003,330. I'm so sorry. I spoke before I spat on the frozen grave of my father again. Shut up, said my brother. If you don't get coal this Christmas, the winter will take Mommy too. Truly a sad warping of a childhood fantasy. I requested 8 bananas in my weekly grocery pickup order. They gave me 8 bunches and managed to only charge me 68 cents, the price for one single banana. An actually good substitute to an online order. Things are getting out of hand at our local grocery store. It's getting to that point, which is really sad. The local beaver has retaliated after his dam was removed. You wanna fight? Hold on, let me get my catapult. No background checks for medieval artillery. Who's gonna tell them that that's a trebuchet? Spoiler, everyone. Teeth are the only problem that if you ignore them, they will go away. Unfortunately, the after effects don't. Master of Science sounds way more impressive than a PhD. Ah yes, the age-old joke. Cowboys go, yee-haw. Ninjas go, hee-yaw. The first humans to discover the ocean must have been disappointed that they couldn't drink it. I mean, I would too if you had a bunch of water but couldn't drink it. That's like putting chocolate milk in front of a child. Burnt Toast, the slayer of gators. Adorable black kitty called Burnt Toast stuns his owner by dragging alligator head into their Wisconsin home. That's something you'd expect to see in Florida, dear lord. Joe, the people follower. Tired of feeling alone? No one watching or caring? I'll follow you. 10 foot guaranteed. I will not interfere in your life. You will barely notice me, but you will feel me. Won't leave you alone. Now, do you pay him or does he just start following you the moment you call him? Dude, seeker of revenge. She cheated on me, so I keyed her car. Fly, breaker of worlds and god of destruction. It's like a bullet. That fly hits like a truck, guaranteed. This randomly illuminated patch on a street. Stand here if you dare. This building I'm in has chairs and desks mounted on the wall. Truly gravity defying. This shelf in the closet of our new home was an upside down wooden Ouija board. It's cursed. Burn it. Burn it. Burn the house. We found neighboring houses with the same color as our jackets. This is gonna bug me, but one of those colors is orange and one of those is tangerine, and I'm still not sure which one's which. Today I learned most so-called medieval torture devices are fake, actually made up by hoaxers, showmen, and con artists in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. That's right, the Iron Maiden probably wasn't real. Today I learned the game Oregon Trail was developed by 3 college students trying to teach history creatively. The first version was coded in just 10 10 days in 1971 and played by middle schoolers for 5 days. The code was given to an educational nonprofit in 1974, and the creators never profited from the game. This was a lot of people's childhoods. Today I learned that less than 1% of nuns in the US are under 40, and the average sister is 80 years old. Cthulhu. When life gives you lemons, make sacrifices. I just don't understand how this happened, but here's a picture of a lemon from my backyard. What the ever-loving duck? When life gives you lemons, make sacrifices. Meth King. Wielder of the Ancient Sword. Ancient Sword of the Meth King, seized by Michigan police. Of course it's in Michigan. Gods of the Iron Hand, the Thought Slayer. Points about this. It was shot off by a cannon. He continued being a knight for over 40 years after getting the Iron Hand. It was delicate enough that he could still write using it. After a merchant punching life, suitable for an Elder Scrolls protagonist, he was outlawed by the Holy Roman Empire. Friends of his used high diplomacy role and a bribe to get him out. And then he almost immediately kidnapped a bishop. After being outlawed from the Holy Roman Empire a second time, was placed under house arrest in a castle that he had purchased with all his quest rewards and spent the next 20 years getting drunk off his bum. The captain has been banging on the walls for the last 3 hours, begging us to let him in. I've counted several times, but all the spacesuits are inside. My son looked at me with tears in his eyes and asked, "Daddy, when will Mommy and Sissy be home?" I glanced out the window at the 2 pairs of glowing eyes circling the well-worn salt perimeter and told him that they would be returning home for dinner very soon. One of my friends made his version of a Ouija board. They used a shot glass in the center was the starting point. But after trying it in an abandoned house, there was no movement, so we left it there. The next day, we had a feeling it was going to work, so we all went back, sat at the board, moved the glass to the center, and tried it again. Don't you just hate when things aren't right where you left them? My kids haven't cleaned their bathroom like they were supposed to. I decided to leave a note under the rag that they left on the floor. Let's see if they find it. It's been a week already. Congratulations, you found this note. If you're reading this note, you won $50. But here's the catch. However many days have passed since the date at the top of the note will be subtracted from the pot. Good luck. Love, Mom and Dad. Genius way to teach them to clean often. Her bed was put on the chair while we were sweeping. 4 hours later, she won't move, and she growls when we come close. She deserves that throne. I received a comedically large spoon. Look upon all the inferior wooden cutlery and despair. Made by me and a buddy. He needs a name. Jack Frost. It must really suck for young wizards from Scotland to have to travel to London and then back to Hogwarts, located in Scotland. You don't have any proof that other people can't read your mind. Be paranoid. A telephone makes sound. Travel faster than sound. Checkmate. Physics. In first-person shooting games, your character doesn't blink. Plants can't eat in the dark. All this for dog, John. Yeah, Grandma. Level 50 advanced cyborg. Arnold, guardian of the front page. May he bring about only the best of posts. I fell. The Tower of Despair. Japan has Godzilla. France. I fell. Tower of Despair. This diner offers burgers up to 105 pounds. The Eighth Wonder, weighing in at 105 pounds total and at a cost of $506. Quite impressive, I will say. The green bean size difference between the no salt added can and the regular can. I don't know, something osmosis. The remains of this hammer, stuck in asphalt. You've heard of the sword and the stone, but here's the hammer in the street. I grew a perfectly square salt crystal. That is honestly just impressive.
Listen, they now have 3 codes. We have 1.
Okay, that's because I am carrying.
You right.
So you're welcome, I guess. Oh.
Leave me alone!
I shot Caden.
I don't stop firing.
Oh, my random card was
Oh, right,
bullet
you got
bouncy and I
quick
shot
shot. Okay.
myself.
Danger.
Caden, you have the grand strategy of a guinea pig. Sorry, a gerbil. My bad.
I think you're giving too much credit to gerbils. Arcade.
You mean too much credit to Caden?
Yeah.
Caden! Caden, he's got the ability! Stop standing still!
So, I had to update my software.
No, you
He just wanted a card.
Thank you very much for watching this compilation of the first month of a year of videos. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing as it supports me quite a bit, and leave a comment for what you'd like to see in the upcoming months.